3 games in a row, everybody's panicking. Like, now the Cavs are ruined. It's like, no, calm down. The Cavaliers are going to be okay.
They started, they got off to a great start. Them in the Cubs,
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Triangle Live. And Jay Hopkins, David Huffman returning. Derrick Anderson did a great job, but I'm back in my seat.
Yeah.
So, so we're going to talk a little NBA playoffs, talk about a little bit of the NFL, and then we're going to do a little true or false and a little bit of fun. Mm-hmm. So, you want to start in the NBA?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, so we're going to have a round. We're going to play a game called Is It Over?
Is it over?
Yeah, all right,
Okay.
Ready? All right, Golden State, Utah. Is it over?
It was over before it started.
Oh, come on, give it a little bit.
No,
you think
none.
Utah's going to get a game, I think. The game 2 was competitive.
No.
They gave a run for their money. It was close until the end.
Yeah, no.
All right. Why do you think that why doesn't Utah have a chance, and why do you think it's over?
Not enough. They don't have enough. Gordon Hayward could be phenomenal.
He has been pretty good. I mean, he has 33 points.
Gordon Hayward has been absolutely phenomenal. Not enough.
Well, you think if Rudy Gobert was totally healthy, do you think this would be a different series? Or do you just think they don't have enough?
They just don't have enough.
And they don't really have anybody to guard.
They literally have 4 dudes in their starting lineup who can give you 20 plus. Draymond just chooses not to.
Yeah, that's true. They were starting somebody besides Zaza. If they started Draymond at the 5 and they put a good all in, that would be the
good
starting line.
Good night.
That would be a really nice starting 5. All right, let's move over. Let's stay in the Western Conference. Let's go Rockets Spurs. The Rockets took a 2-1 lead last night. Is it over?
Not over.
Not over?
No.
I think this is over.
Really?
Yeah, I think it is over.
Why?
I think Kawhi Leonard has been incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Kawhi Leonard has been
yeah.
He's been arguably the best player in the playoffs.
Yeah, he has arguably, but no,
Yeah.
this ain't over.
I think it's over. I think
Houston win games. Houston's gonna win game 4.
And 5.
I give them 4. I'm not looking that far ahead. I'm taking it game by game.
I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna lose game 4.
Last week when we did, I picked Houston in 7, but I also said I wouldn't be surprised if San Antonio won. But
I didn't get to vote, but I had San Antonio in 6 of 7. I love San Antonio. I didn't know the Tony Parker injury. Let's talk about that for
That's
a second.
terrible.
Let's talk about it for a second.
Hang him up, Tony.
You think that's the end of
Hang him up. What more do you need?
to do?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got 4 rings. He's got an Olympic gold. No. He's got a silver.
He might.
No, he doesn't. He definitely doesn't.
He might. Maybe before he came over, I don't know.
He doesn't have an Olympic gold.
He has Olympic medals.
Yeah, he's got a
way.
silver and a bronze. Probably
He will go down as one of the best.
3rd best foreign player ever.
You can make the argument the best. You can make the argument for him as the best European player. Dirk Nowitzki has something to say about that.
I think Dirk is hands down the best European player ever.
Maybe.
Period.
It's a
But
lot.
him and Manu are 3, right?
When you look at international wise, Tony Parker's up there. He's definitely top. I would say top 10.
And I've actually never seen a player have this particular injury, a torn quad. That's got to be pretty rare in the NBA, right?
He had the longest playoff game streak going. He played in 220 some odd consecutive playoff games before that injury.
Man, I feel so bad for him. He was playing so well. He was having a bit of a renaissance, and then he just goes down.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang him up. Manu's talking retirement.
He looks old.
That the Spurs Big 3 generation.
The original Big 3.
The original Big 3 is done. Well, the original Big 3 of the new decade.
Yeah, I just feel so bad for Tony Parker. He's been such an incredible player for so long, and to see him, I almost don't even want to see him go out like this. Get injured in the playoffs.
It happens.
Yeah, but that's the way your career ends. Some
Isaiah Thomas,
of the caliber of a.
Yeah, Isaiah Thomas. He was done when he tore his Achilles. He was only 32. Tore his Achilles, he was done. But that was also in the time where technology wasn't.
Yeah, but he played after that a little bit. He tried to come back, right?
No, he was completely done. That was it. He tore his Achilles. That was it.
Well, that's still a serious NBA career ender. Achilles now, anyways. Took Charles, took Shaq, Kobe. They never really recovered from it when you get old. All right, so moving on to the Eastern Conference. For this is it over? And I don't even know if I even have to ask this question, but Cavaliers, Raptors.
Yeah, this is over, man. I mean, I picked Cleveland in 6, but Toronto's best chance to win one was yesterday, and it was relatively competitive. Then next time I look up, it's Cleveland has 100 and Toronto doesn't.
They went on a 20-1 run in the fourth quarter, and that how do you allow that to happen? It's the way Casey, you don't call a timeout. It doesn't seem like he had made any adjustments at all. All of a sudden, the game was close. And DeMar DeRozan was balling, and then the game was over.
Like they couldn't touch him yesterday.
DeMar DeRozan?
They couldn't touch him.
Yeah, he was unguardable.
37, 37 on 23 shots.
Well, he did go to the line a lot, and he got J.R. Smith in a big-time foul
And
trouble early in the game.
he was phenomenal. Like he just does what he does. Like,
He does what LeBron
LeBron
thinks.
also went to the he was also at the free throw line 16 times yesterday.
I don't think he missed one, right?
He missed one.
Yeah.
He was 15 of 16.
Yeah.
Which is rare. Like that might be his best free throw.
Well, he shoots it at like
performance
60% from the line. Like that's
career-wise, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
60% from the line. Like that seems. I couldn't believe
it's
it.
like
when I
a
heard that.
60-70% free throw line.
Like
shooter.
LeBron James, a terrible free throw shooter. Like,
Hey, he's really not.
I guess if every player has to have one flaw.
Well, shooting is his flaw. Like LeBron,
Well, he's been better.
He's been better, but
he like 50% from three
he
during
doesn't.
the series.
But
Like
at
50% for LeBron. That's
but at
crazy.
the same time, like LeBron shooting doesn't scare you. The way he beats you is by getting to that, doing what he does, driving, getting to.
He just overpowers people.
And
LeBron
getting to the
James,
line, that's
he's
it.
like a locomotive.
Yeah, he's the biggest, strongest dude on the court. Usually night in, night out.
Fastest, maybe.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, like LeBron. They don't make people like LeBron very often.
Yeah, like him, KD, Greek Freak, they're generational type players.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. All right, so then if we go like the other Eastern Conference, so Wizards, Celtics.
Not over.
They went up 2-1, or they're up 2-1.
They're up 2-1.
The Wizards won Thursday night in a game where Boston got kind of thrashed, quite bad, like pretty bad.
This is not over.
Washington's gonna get this.
This is not over.
I think Washington's gonna win the series. They've been winning every single game into the fourth quarter, and like they just let it slip away.
I disagree with the Kelly Oubre suspension, of course, naturally.
I don't think you have to suspend him just to keep this from getting this.
I think you don't.
I think this series is gonna was at the verge of boiling over.
Like,
I think
good.
No, dude.
Good.
The NBA can't have that stuff.
Good.
No, the NBA,
let it boil. Like, let it happen.
The NBA,
let it happen.
After the Malice of the Palace, the
cares?
NBA lost ratings for like 4 or 5 years in a row.
That wasn't.
Like they were just,
and that was an
NBA's finally on its way
overreaction.
back up. The NBA's on its
That
way
was an
back up.
overreaction to that. I don't care.
Like they can't have players fighting in games. Like it just
Let
looks
them
bad
fight.
for the league.
I don't care. Let them fight. I would rather have them actually do something than this little fake. This little fake NBA beef, as you call it, like, cause it's not genuine. Like no one believes. Like John Wall came out and said like we have two teams that don't like each other. But at the end of the day, like come on man, like it's not like y'all actually gonna really fight somebody because when you look at the play that took place. Kelly Olynyk did get away with one. Like he set the screen, he did slide his elbow up and
He flopped on the elbow.
catch Oubre in the jaw. Like, and I'm not disrespecting Kelly Oubre in no way, shape, or form. Kelly Oubre might be 200 pounds soaking wet. Yeah. There is no way he is knocking over Kelly Olynyk the way that
Kelly
he
Olynyk
did.
flopped bad. Like he did.
And also Kelly Olynyk has a history of it's no secret now. Kelly Olynyk is a dirty player. Like it's no secret now. Like 2 years ago when he dislocated Kevin Love's shoulder, everybody gave him the benefit of the doubt because people really didn't know anything about Kelly Olynyk then. Now you fast forward to the series against the Bulls. Like he was caught many times on camera locking arms with the Bulls big man. Robin Lopez, he came out and said something about it. Now you got this incident with Kelly Oubre. It's okay, yeah, you're a dirty player. Like
I think he works. I think I guess he's a dirty player, but I think it works for they don't have anybody else like him on their roster.
Yeah,
what do you mean? I'm in Boston. Like they need every NBA team needs like an enforcer type guy that like kind of keeps the other team in line.
I mean, like
but you gotta obviously you can't injure people.
I would have more faith if that was like Avery Bradley or Marcus Smart or Jamison Crowder. Like I would believe those three guys before I believe it in Kelly Olynyk. Kelly Olynyk, as Jimmy Butler said, Kelly Olynyk, not about Kelly Olynyk, but to Kelly Olynyk, he ain't about that life. He's really not.
Yeah, but also I think Kelly Oubre, the way he the guy comes all puffing and then he just pushes him. Like, man, if you were really that upset, maybe he cooled off as he was starting to get real mad, and then he cooled off as he started huffing and puffing towards him, and he's like, oh,
because according
the ref was in the way too.
Because according to Kelly Oubre, he's done that this whole series, 3 games, he's been hitting the head multiple times by the same dude.
Well, they said they saw it on video. He was at the screen before that screen that it was dirty too.
Yeah,
and, towards the head, and Kelly Oubre just kind of had it. But I don't think they should have suspended him. But
no,
they needed to keep this series
this
from
is how
getting
you
out of hand.
This is how you lose ratings. this is how you lose ratings. You suspend some game the Draymond Green LeBron incident. Like that's how you lose ratings.
That wasn't their fault because he hit the technical limit, so he was forced to be suspended for that game.
Man,
it had nothing to do with like what the foul was. He hit that technical limit in the playoffs, and he had to be forced to get out of game. That's the rule.
Disagree with that too. The NBA is just so soft. I don't like it. Move on.
All right, moving on. All right. So there's been a lot of debate right now about LeBron James being the best player in the world, and there's some other names that have been thrown in there and around in those names.
I think the main debate is who's going to be the face when LeBron
we come up to Kawhi.
Sits down.
Is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world right now?
He's the best two-way player in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when you think there's more things in basketball that makes LeBron the best player in the world. Like LeBron is marketable.
Yeah.
Kawhi is not. That's why his claw moniker never really took off with.
It's such a sweet nickname.
It is. Like he has the biggest hands in the league. He's the best defender in the league. Like no question, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But like LeBron is he's marketable.
He's personable. He's funny. He's intelligent.
I'm not saying Kawhi doesn't have personality because we don't know what he's like away from basketball.
We also we had this debate before. Like if Kawhi Leonard was to come in here, what would he sound like? What would he say? Like, what would he talk about?
I have no idea. I have no idea what interests Kawhi Leonard.
Like, if you were listening to the radio, Kawhi Leonard's, they were having an interview with Kawhi Leonard, could you tell?
No. Because I've only heard him talk I can count on one hand the amount of times I've heard Kawhi Leonard talk.
Yeah, and he's got a Finals MVP.
And it's probably 2 times. I'm so serious.
What do his speeches sound like when he accepts his Defensive Player of the Year awards? Does he have a speech?
I don't know.
What is it?
It might be the quickest.
Thanks for the award. Appreciate
it. Moving on. Yeah. But he's the best. He's definitely the better defender than LeBron. He's a better shooter than LeBron.
I also think LeBron is required. His taxation on the offensive end is higher than Kawhi's. Even though Kawhi does everything for that team, LeBron gets everybody involved. So I think he lets J.R. Smith take on a lot of those defensive lineups.
Oh yeah, and you can also benefit that to the systems they play in. Pop's system allows Kawhi Leonard got a career high in assists, regular season or playoffs in Game 2.
What do you have 5?
8.
8, yeah.
8 is his career high.
Well, yeah, because they don't really. I mean, Tony Parker, he just started handling the basketball this season. As their dominant ball handler.
Yeah, and the Spurs system, you've seen it, some of the best ball movement probably ever.
I think it's gotten worse this season.
Well, maybe.
Because I think it's so much ISO with
Kawhi.
And Kawhi.
It has to be that way now, but it's when we've seen it to the point where it's just we've seen them make 8, 9, 10 passes before a shot even goes up. Whereas on Cleveland's and it's LeBron centric. He starts it, he does this. It's focused around him. So that you can also attribute LeBron's assist total to that system. But Kawhi is the better two-way player because he's gonna guard the opposing team's best player, night in, night out, and
not all the time.
Yeah,
he does. Danny Green takes James Harden on possessions here and there. But his main defenders obviously Kawhi Leonard.
But he's a better free throw. I think Kawhi Leonard is 80.
Yeah,
85, 90%.
I think he's missed one free throw this playoffs.
He's 80 to 90% free throw shooter. LeBron, like we said earlier, 60 to 70.
Yeah, crunch time, LeBron's probably not the guy you want on the line for the Cavs. You want probably Kyrie Irving or J.R. Smith or Tyler Korver.
Somebody like that.
Yeah, but I think if Kawhi Leonard, he has one evolution of his game left, and he'll be up there. His ball handling and his being able to facilitate for other people on that team. You watch LeBron, he makes passes that point guards don't make. His ability to pass the basketball is insane. His vision, his court vision, his awareness of where everybody is at all times, it's just, he's like a robot, man. You can't do stuff he does in video games with LeBron.
It's he grew, it was fortunate, he was very fortunate to, grow up watching Magic. Magic was doing stuff that no other point guard before him or maybe even after him has done.
But
it also helps that he was 6'9".
Yeah.
But
LeBron is a mesh of Jordan and Magic put together.
Yeah.
The one super player. They went into a lab and they just
he's just lacking that little killer instinct part to he has it now, but
I still don't think he has it totally.
No, because Game 7, Kyrie took the shot.
I mean, but yeah,
LeBron didn't take the shot.
I mean,
Kyrie took
Kyrie
the
Irving
shot.
is like, just right there. So like, if you had to rank like the top 5 players in the NBA right now, like how would you rank them? Like based on like who's the best player in the league?
Well, Bron is front. Bron is 1. Well, if I had to base it off, you can based off this past season.
No, just in general.
In general.
Yeah, just in general.
Well, LeBron is 1, Kawhi's 2. I would have to throw Westbrook and Harden in there. You can flip flop them any way you want. And Giannis is 5.
Oh, come on, man. Dude, what? Come on. So disrespectful. How can you leave Kevin Durant off, dude? You're like, come on, man. Kevin Durant, he hasn't changed. He's still like.
He hasn't, but.
He's still the Slim Reaper. He's still a tarantula. I mean, LeBron, Kevin Durant, probably Kawhi, James Harden, and then 4 is probably Chris Paul.
Really, Chris Paul?
Yeah.
Really?
Chris Paul is like his leadership ability is something like it's special.
It is, but no.
I think Chris Paul, like he almost got the Clippers, like he basically willed them.
He did. Like I had a little bit. I ain't gonna say I had faith in the team. I had faith in him.
Yeah,
it's just his counterparts didn't.
No, they don't normally
step up. I mean, I'm not trying to like slight Kevin Durant in any way, shape, or form.
You kind of did. You didn't even have your top 5. Where would you put him, Kevin Durant?
I probably if I had to redo it, I'd probably flip him and I'd probably have KD at 5 and put Giannis at 6 and go on and so on.
I don't think Giannis is there yet. I think he's got a
season. His jump shot ain't there yet.
I think he's got a season or 2.
Everything else is there.
Yeah, ball handling, vision,
defense.
Yeah.
His jump shot just isn't
He'll get there. I mean, John Wall's got to be in the top. I almost wanted
John
to
Wall's
put
top
John
10.
6, 7.
John Wall top 10.
Yeah, John Wall's big time.
Second best player in the East.
So recapping that, so we're going to talk with Kawhi Leonard. I think he's going to get there where he's the best player in the league. I don't think it's that far off.
Would you say LeBron retired? He's the face. Who would be the face?
Kevin Durant.
Who you would lean towards making KD the face of the NBA?
Yeah, because I don't think we talked about this. We just talked about it. I don't think Kawhi Leonard's marketable. I don't think.
What about Curry? Would you be satisfied if Curry was a face?
Yeah, I'd be okay with that, but I don't think he's better than Durant. He's not even the best player on his own team.
What about Anthony Davis?
I think he's got to make the playoffs.
If you had to choose between Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis.
Durant.
Not even no question.
Yeah.
New face.
He's personable. He's if Kevin Durant was to come in here, we would know what he would sound like. Mm-hmm. Like we'd be like, oh hey Kevin, what's up?
Same thing with Anthony Davis. We would know what he would sound like.
Not really.
Yeah,
not as much.
More than Kawhi.
All right, yeah, but that's that's. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. So who do you think is going to lose a game first, or more likely to lose a game up until the finals? Either the Cavaliers or the Warriors.
I don't know.
I'm gonna take the Cavs. I think
I would have
if they draw the Wizards, I think they're gonna lose that series.
Okay, I don't think they're gonna lose that series. They might lose a game.
No, the Wizards are gonna win it all this season. You watch, man.
No, because they're not. The requisite parts aren't there yet. Like John Wall is there.
I think John Wall, Bradley Beal, Markieff Morris, Gortat, that's a decent starting 5. Otto Porter Jr., that's a good starting 5.
It is, but no. Because
I think Otto Porter Jr. can check LeBron a little bit.
In what?
A little bit. You can guard him a little bit.
Otto Porter can't even guard Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, but Jimmy Butler's not as good as LeBron.
That's the point. If Otto Porter can't guard Jimmy Butler,
and he's got Markieff Morris. Do you hear that rumor that they think that Marcus Morris and Markieff Morris switched? I
think that's the problem with identical twins. I would do it.
Yeah, right. Usually gets hurt. Like, man, I need you to.
It's like, hey, bro, I ain't good. I can't do it today. I need you to take my spot real quick. Like, hey, they ain't gonna tell, man. We look alike. We got the same tattoos. We talk alike. Yeah. Just do it. I got you for this. Like, just do it for me. Help me out.
I would totally be about that, dude. Like, man, I can't play. I'm hurt. I don't want to hurt the team. Like, I got the twin that looks just like me, the same tattoos, everything. But their games are totally different. People would notice.
I think Markieff is the better shooter.
Yeah, he's got a better upside to his game.
He's the better shooter.
I mean, they both got that wild streak to them where they both
look phenomenal. It's just like what? But I don't know. Like it depends on who the Warriors draw next. In that,
let's assume it's going to be San Antonio. Oh, I mean, because we're going to talk about that next. I mean, who would you pick between those two? Who could beat them in one game? Do you think both of those teams can beat them?
I think both of them can beat them. I think Houston and San Antonio can give Golden State a run for their money. Houston more so because they have when Houston's clicking, they can shoot with the best. Like Golden State's the best shooting team. Like if Houston's hitting, they can match with Golden State.
I think it's close.
They can match with Golden State. Like when Harden is hitting and Ryan Anderson, Eric Gordon, Lou Williams, and Ariza, and you throw Patrick Beverly in there. Like when they hitting, they can match Golden State's firepower. They can match that easily. It just
Trevor Ariza, all those guys, like they can pop off.
San Antonio, where they went, because like we saw it, like game one, they went into Oakland and blew them out by 30.
First game of the season.
First game of the season, they blew them out by 30.
The Spurs aren't the same team as they were then.
No, probably not, but at the same time,
they don't know Tony Parker. I mean, let's not sleep on that. That's a big loss. Just his leadership alone, like his ability to understand situations better than like even Patty Mills has been in the league a long time and has been there, done that. I think that Tony Parker loss is big. Eventually,
it is, but at the same time, like San Antonio wins that if they slow Golden State down.
They run a lot more half court. They don't even get in the fast break, so they can't turn the basketball over. So
can't turn the ball. Like every possession counts. Like you got
no live ball turnovers at least.
You got to get back on D. Like because KD gonna check. Like Kawhi gonna check KD. That's gonna pretty much because that matchup has to be a wash. Like that has to be.
If Kevin Durant dominates, this series will be over fast.
But it was a question was posed, like, if you're going up against the Golden State Warriors, like, who would you rather, because, like, the problem what they have is having KD and Steph go off at the same time. It's always one or the other. It's never them together.
Well, that's because I think they acquire the basketball so much in their hands.
But but the question is, who would you rather have go off? Would you rather have Curry go off?
I'd rather have Curry go off.
I would rather have KD go off.
I think KD is like if he gets hot, like I think he can end a series.
If Curry gets hot, he could definitely end the series.
I'd rather deal with that. I think Kevin Durant is.
I'd rather have. I would rather force KD to beat me than Curry and the other people, like the record.
Because Steph Curry's shown that he has. Like the 3-point shot is nice, but I think he gets in love with it, and I think he shoots it from like his car and stuff all the time. And like I'm like, man, like if I was a coach, man, I'd get like so mad about this stuff. Like, man, it's only a good shot if you make it. That's the only like if you shoot it from like 40 feet.
So you like that like the game against OKC last year when he just when Kevin Durant comes out, he hits a shot and then. Curry gets the ball in no timeout. He just pulls up like 2 feet in front of half court.
Yeah, I mean that's only a good shot if you make it. If he misses that shot, that
was legit like a 38, 40-foot shot.
Yeah, like, it's only he had time. He can dribble it a little bit further. Like he's like, nah, I'm gonna shoot it from here.
He's like, nah, I'm just gonna end this right now. I'm
tired of this.
I'm just gonna break y'all hearts. Yeah. Because he hit it with like
points. My mom making me dinner. Like I'm ready for some food. Like I don't have time for it overtime.
Like I'm just gonna go home now. This is it. I don't know. I would rather have KD go off. Like me personally, I would rather make KD beat me, because Curry feeds off the crowd and all that, and the rest of the team. Like when Curry's going, it's
the building is loud.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so it's like
true.
good night.
I didn't factor that in.
It's like good night. Like when Curry's like if Golden State can figure out if Mike Brown, because Steve Kerr is not coaching again, probably not. Like his coaching career could possibly be done.
Yeah,
which is sad.
I mean, he's been so good, so fast, so early.
And if Mike Brown, he benefited from Mark Jackson.
Yeah,
because Mark Jackson built the team. And Steve Kerr just came in and.
But he created the offense, the system to change, like the offense changing the offensive system, the free moving.
But Mark Jackson got him the pieces.
Yeah,
Mark Jackson got him every piece except Kevin Durant.
Yeah, pretty much.
But like, if Mike Brown and that coaching staff could figure out a way to get Kevin Durant and Curry going off at the same time, good night, and good luck and good night.
I think that's so. So recapping, more likely to lose a game first. So I picked the Cavs. So you're gonna take.
It depends.
If you had to pick one,
probably Golden State, because Houston and San Antonio is capable of giving Golden State an L.
I think the Cavs are going to. And then we talked about, so if you had to pick a team who would be the most likely to challenge those two teams, I picked the Wizards.
And I'm fine with either or.
San Antonio or?
Or Houston. Like, I'm fine with either or.
Okay. I think the Wizards are going to go to the. I think they're going to win it all, dude. I'm all in.
I think Houston gives them more of a problem than San Antonio does.
I would have to agree with you.
Strictly for
That's
the 3-point shooting.
And their defense is better than people say.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think they can lock, Golden State can lock people down.
Like, it's crazy because like you don't associate defense with Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah, but
he literally had they literally brought in a coach.
Did you see that
for him?
Did you see that Game of Zones? They showed a little clip of the Game of Zones, and it's James Harden and Mike D'Antoni, and Mike D'Antoni's like in his library, and James Harden comes in, and he's like, "What is all this?" It's like all these offensive books are all in this room. He's like, "Oh wait," so James Harden's like, "What? You have another room for defensive plays?" And he's like, "No." I don't. The only way to get more offense, the best defense is to play really good offense. And James Harden's eyes light up. It was super funny.
I've told you this story time and time again. When he was in Phoenix, there were 7 seconds left, the run and gun Suns, they up and down the court, and then they in a real close game, and I forget who they were playing. They come down to score. He calls timeout. They worry about the defense, coach. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about defense. Just score. That's literally what he said. I'm all like, okay. Well, we know where he stands on defense, but what Golden State is doing, Mike D'Antoni was doing years ago. But
he didn't have nearly the personnel he's got now.
Oh God, no. Jesus, no.
He's got personnel right now that can really get it done.
Oh yeah.
So we're moving on to the NFL. If we talk a little bit of basketball, so we go to the NFL. So Jay Cutler's got a new job.
Jay Cutler has a new job.
Yeah, and it's not in the NFL.
No.
He's in the broadcast booth at Fox. His first game is going to be actually the Bears preseason game against Denver. Something like that. It's their first preseason game, whatever that is.
I haven't seen the schedule.
So
it doesn't matter.
Is this a permanent gig for him, or do you think he's going to be finding his way back to the NFL someday, or is this the end of Jay Cutler? He's going to be and how do you think he's going to be as an announcer?
I think he's going I think he's going to be better than people give him credit for. Jay Cutler, contrary to what y'all see on the field, Jay Cutler is really, really smart.
Well, he went to Vanderbilt. I mean, he's got to be.
You got to be.
Yeah,
you're not a dummy going to Vanderbilt. Truth be told, you're not a dummy. Just it's
an Ivy League, or borderline Ivy League.
It's borderline. The only thing is they give athletic scholarships.
Yeah.
Traditional Ivy League schools don't. I think he's going to be fine. Is this permanent? I don't know. I think it's a scenario where he's he calling games on the weekend, but he also works out during the week in case.
I totally agree.
An injury gets.
Because I heard a rumor that he said if a full time quarterback position, he'd be the starter, was to open up, I think he would jump at it.
Oh, of course.
If the Jets came calling, and they're like, hey, we don't believe in Hackenberg, and we don't want Bryce Petty to start any games, so we need you. So I think he would take that opportunity.
Or it's the other way around.
We don't believe in Bryce Petty, and we don't want Hackenberg to start.
Exactly.
Well,
Joe Namath came out and said he hopes Hackenberg wins. I'm all like, why? Bravo. That's why you were terrible.
Joe Namath?
Yes.
Yeah, he had one good game basically his entire career. The rest of it was all just. I think he has the lowest quarterback rating of any quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl.
Probably, but when you look at Cutler's career in a microscope, was he did he underachieve? Of course. But I also give that to he was in Denver and John Elway.
Yeah, I think that was before John Elway got there.
No, was it?
I think so.
Oh well, whoever was the GM or person before.
I think Josh McDaniels was making decisions for the team at that time.
Whoever it was, they didn't have faith in Cutler.
That's why they tried to trade for Matt Castle.
And they traded him to Chicago, and Chicago essentially ran him out. Because when he first got here, his number one targets, his targets were Devin Hester, Johnny Knox, and they tried to recreate the Vanderbilt connection he had with Earl Bennett that never.
Well, Earl Bennett got hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
Earl Bennett was good for
it never flourished.
Time.
And he also, his number one target was Greg Olsen, but he couldn't throw to Greg Olsen 80 times a game, and
he could have, but
it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
So it was just terrible time. When he got here, we didn't have the offensive weapons, but our defense was still good. And then when the defense got old, we got weapons, so we could score, but we couldn't stop anybody from scoring. And the minute Cutler turns the ball over, or anyone else turns the ball over, game over.
Well, I think his time in Chicago is going to be judged so unfairly. He's got a different offensive coordinator basically every season.
9, and they blame it on him.
And their offensive line, he was basically running for his life, every all the time.
That first year, he got sacked 62 times.
And like,
60 times.
and the credit to Jay Cutler, man, he always like got
up.
Like he always like was like, all right, next play. Like you never saw him really like yell at those guys, and like he could have easily been like,
He could have
yo,
easily snapped.
like you guys are killing me. Like I'm getting killed here.
Like
You
the
guys
question-
aren't doing nothing.
like,
Like, help me out here, please.
Like First Take posed the question, like who would you rather hear between Tony Romo and Jay Cutler and Stephen A. Smith? He has a personal dislike
I know
for Jay Cutler.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, who would who would want to hear Jay Cutler? He like, what has Jay Cutler done to deserve his job? What has Tony Romo done to deserve his? They have the same amount of playoff wins, I think.
Yeah, they do. They both got one.
One or two. Yeah,
One or two, maybe.
maybe like they both had the same amount of playoff wins. Like what has Tony Romo done? Like Tony Romo was given a job strictly because he was of the team he played for. I guarantee. I bet money that's why.
Oh, I guarantee it. And they could kick Phil Simms out of the booth.
Like you boot Phil Simms for Tony Romo.
Yeah, they make it the #1 group. Like, come on, man. What is
Like,
that?
like Jay Cutler had to go audition for a job. Like, is Jay's personality the best? No,
We don't know.
But we don't know.
We don't know what he's like.
We don't know. We don't know what he's like outside of football.
Like I was watching the Spur game last night,
Mm-hmm.
and they were talking about Popovich, and Popovich is notorious for those interviews.
those short interviews, but often like
They
they
said
heard
that like in the film room
in
before the
in
game,
the production booth they couldn't get him to stop talking.
They couldn't get rid of him.
It's like Pop. You got about like 45 minutes till it's tip off time. Like, don't you think you should?
Go be with your team.
Yeah, like-
yeah, they couldn't get him to stop talking. So like he could put on like this persona, like like I don't really want to deal with the media. Like I'm just gonna deal with what I gotta deal with, and like he could be a great person like outside of it.
Exactly.
I mean, you could be.
I'm wishing Jay Cutler and Tony Romo like nothing but the best. Like I wish Tony Romo would just like stick to one thing because like that's probably why his NFL career is over because
Golf.
like the whole golf thing and
why golf isn't taxing on your body.
like do you see the amount of torque they put on your back on why you think Tiger Woods ain't back?
I know, but like, come on, if you're Tony Romo, like I don't think
Tony Romo with a bad back.
I don't think you golfing is
Tony
gonna affect,
Romo
I don't think you
with-
golfing is going to affect your ability to announce games.
No, it's not. But I'm just saying I'm just saying when he was a player, that's probably like Jay Cutler, Tony Romo. I don't think football was life or death for
Jay
them.
Cutler didn't do anything else besides
But I get that. But
like make children. Like,
he has 3. But Tony Romo also has 3. Tony Romo has 3. He actually just had another
child.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
Jay
like
Cutler
this.
doesn't golf. Like, have you ever seen Jay Cutler golf?
No, I've
Does
never
he-
heard.
does he golf?
I've never heard anything of.
Does he play basketball?
Nope.
Does he golf?
I don't
Does
know.
he bowl?
I think
What
he
is-
played. I think he played ball in high school. This is
Basketball?
Cutler. I think he played ball in high school.
So did Tony Romo.
Tony Romo did.
Yeah. Does he bowl? Does Jay Cutler
I
bowl?
don't know what he does outside of take trips and
Take pictures naked.
Yeah.
And put it on Instagram.
he didn't take it. His wife took it.
Yeah, that's what you want to see.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see.
So permanent job for him.
Maybe
Recapping.
50-50. If a team comes calling, I think he goes.
I also agree with you. I think this is.
It's not like he's like had the injuries Tony Romo's had. He's not 38.
He's 34, 35, something like that.
33, like between 33 and 35, like he's
Yeah.
in there. So yeah,
So you're recapping. I think Jay Cutler, if the opportunity opens up, I think he will
He's-
be coming back
yeah.
to the NFL. Like, because he sounded so wishy-washy. Like, I don't know if you heard the interview.
yeah. Like
I mean,
I heard he was on Waddle and Sylvie.
yeah.
But I didn't hear it personally, but I know for a fact the statement said like he's gonna go, but he's gonna have big regrets if he makes it a permanent change.
yeah. So I think he's eventually like if the right opportunity, like if the Jets call or like the Texans are like, hey,
San
like,
Fran, whatever.
not San Fran.
Well,
I think I think the only way
if it's just for a 1-year deal and San Fran wants him for like that 1 year, because like they're
I don't think I would play there if I was Jay Cutler.
why is that?
San Francisco, I just don't think they're going to be competitive.
Well, neither are the Jets.
I think the Jets would have an opportunity if he comes there and like plays quarterback for them. I think they could be competitive.
In what?
In the East, I think they could be a wild
In
card
the
team.
AFC East?
Yeah, I think they could be a wild card team.
With-
If they had Jay Cutler, that defense is still decent. That defense is still decent. They have Muhammad Wilkerson. They got
What?
Sheldon Richardson. They got the other guy from
Leonard
Williams.
Williams?
Yeah, they got those guys. Like that defense could still be good.
Uh-huh.
And if they add Jay Cutler to go with Eric Decker and whoever else they got at wide receiver.
Exactly.
Jerry Curley.
No.
No.
No, like not with a New England, not with a Buffalo, not with a
I think
Miami.
I think if you Jay Cutler on the Jets, I think they'd be competed. They could compete for you.
In what?
You put Jay Cutler on the 49ers, they're going to be as bad, if not. They're going to be the same team.
Are you sure? Are you sure
Yeah.
about that?
And they have all the same quarterbacks at the all three of them all on the same team.
I mean, at least he doesn't. I mean, at least he would doesn't have to see Tom Brady twice a year.
Yeah,
and
you
that
just
team,
get to see the Seahawks defense twice a year.
which is fine.
It's much better.
So much better.
And the Rams defense, Arizona's defense.
Well,
There you go. That's what you want. With a terrible offensive line.
I have more faith in him going against up against the other three, against like the Arizonas and the
Arizona's defense is pretty good.
When.
Every year but last year.
Okay. Like when.
All right, so we had some running backs in some new places.
Same face, new face.
Yeah, so we got Marshawn Lynch is a Raider, Jamal Charles is a Bronco, staying in the division, and Adrian Peterson is now a Saint. Of those three guys, who do you think will have the better season, and who do you think will have the biggest impact on their team?
Well, impact, that goes to Marshawn Lynch, no question about it. Better season, I'm stuck between Marshawn Lynch and Adrian Peterson.
I think the biggest impact. I think Marshawn Lynch is probably the best answer because they don't really even need him. Like
They kinda do.
He's kind of a bonus.
They kind of do it. Like
They have Washington. He's a good running back. Like he can really play. And
Is
I
he
don't think
Marshawn Lynch?
Marshawn Lynch isn't going to have that many touches.
Is he Marshawn
How many
Lynch?
touches do you think he gets a game?
Marshawn Lynch?
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, 15. Yeah. So what is he? How many yards is he going to have this season?
I give him 1,000.
No way.
With that O-line?
I don't think so.
I give him 1,000. He's not getting touched till he's 6 yards deep anyway.
And if I had to pick a guy that had the best season, like yardage wise, Jamal
AP.
Charles.
I'm going AP.
I'm going to take Jamal Charles.
I'm going AP.
Saints, but he's in a timeshare with. They got Alvin Akamora. They got Doug Mark Ingram, who's still there.
So, it's Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, you think he's better than Mark Ingram right now?
I don't know.
Right now,
Right now?
today. They're both waking up. Who's
both waking up?
Who's waking up a better player?
I don't know. AP scares me more than Mark Ingram. I'm not like, yeah.
I think if this was 3 years ago, maybe.
No.
Mark Ingram, come on, dude. Mark Ingram has been like
I'm not saying Mark Ingram has been terrible. Like Mark Ingram has been phenomenal since day one.
Not day one, but
Day one.
he was hurt in his first season. He barely played.
Day one. He's been phenomenal for the Saints because like they could have easily got rid of him.
Yeah, I mean they just paid him a couple years ago.
So it's like they could have easily got if you were running back and a team decides to keep you after that first initial contract, you doing something right.
Yeah, Mark Ingram's. But I still think that Mark Ingram will have the more touches on that team than AP.
I don't the question becomes who becomes
Their third down back?
the day one starter.
Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram's day one starter.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't like it. It benefits Adrian Peterson more so Jamal Charles that Drew Brees is the one giving him that ball as opposed to
Trevor Siemian or whoever.
Yeah.
Paxton Lynch.
Maybe it's gonna be
Trevor Siemian.
Yeah, it's gonna be Siemian.
And then Marshawn Lynch, I think that if the Raiders didn't get him, I think they'd still be a favorite to win the AFC.
No, they wouldn't, but losing.
I know Latavius Murray's gone.
Losing Murray, that was huge.
I mean, come on.
Like he was their number one rusher.
I know, but
my thing is, why did he go to Minnesota, like a place with no offensive line?
Maybe the Raiders didn't offer him a contract. Maybe they knew that they were going to get Marshawn Lynch the whole time, and they're like,
I don't know. Like I think maybe
we think our offensive line is so good.
I think maybe
we don't care who we threw back there.
I think maybe he felt slighted by the Raiders that they were talking about going to get Marshawn Lynch.
And Latavius Murray had a good season last year.
Yeah, he did. That's what I say. He was their number one rusher. So, if I'm him, I'm trying to go someplace within the division to get back at Oakland. Like not.
You think that's what Jamal Charles did?
I don't it's weird because he came out and said he's always wanted to play for
Denver,
the Broncos. I'm all like, you don't say that in a city like Kansas City where when you retire you might end up going back to live.
No way.
Because that's what a lot of players.
I thought
do.
you were gonna say retire his number.
No. You might retire and go back to live. Wait, they might go back and retire his. He was great for them when
what did he achieve? I understand I don't think he didn't kick him to a Super Bowl. He didn't
AP didn't take the Vikings to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but AP's like a transcendent player. I don't think Jamal Charles is in the same category.
Jamal Charles at once upon a time was in the conversation as who's best back in the league.
Yeah, these three guys, they were all in the conversation a while back. 3 or 4 years ago, we're having the same conversation with who's the best running back in the league, not who will have the bigger impact on their new team.
Like Jamal Charles and AP, they just got hurt last year.
I know,
That's it.
I know, but Jamal Charles had 2 years in a row, and then he got injured 4 years before that. He had his ACL tear, and then he tore it twice in a row, 2 years in a row. So yeah, he's been injured.
And AP, he just got hurt behind a terrible offensive line.
Yeah, Yeah.
I legit thought the Giants were gonna go after AP and or
Jamal Charles. Lynch?
yeah.
I don't think he ever wanted to. Marshawn Lynch ever wanted to play.
That's the thing. I don't think he ever wanted to go
And
out
I don't think
far.
Adrian Peterson wants to play where it's cold again anymore.
Well, Minnesota's in the dome. Like they were in the.
Yeah,
Like,
I know, but they didn't offer him any money. Like he was not. I don't think he was ever
he didn't. They didn't offer him what he was asking for. I think AP wanted. What did he want? Like 10 to.
He got 2 years, $8 million from the.
I think he wanted a 10 to 12 million from Minnesota to stay. And I think Minnesota offered him what New Orleans offered him, and he held out to literally to the day, like a week before the draft, because he he figured like if I don't sign something right now, I'm probably not gonna get signed.
Yeah. So they still took Alvin Akamara even with Adrian Peterson, but Alvin Akamara is a good. I think he's like next year's option.
He's a better he's a
very good third down back.
Yeah, like he's gonna be Drew Brees' new Darren Sproles, catching the ball out of the
totally agree.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna play a little true false.
Yeah.
All right, so I came up with some true false stuff, and then you can, if you have any. All right, so true false: the Falcons return to the Super Bowl.
False.
Okay, I think it's true. I think they will go back to the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah, I think the team's gotten better. They added Dontari Poe. I think that makes them a more dangerous team.
Dontari Poe.
Yeah.
Holy.
He played defensive end, defensive tackle. So like
nose tackle.
Yeah, nose
that
tackle.
is huge.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna say false.
Okay, so New England, not just go to the Super Bowl, repeat.
True.
I'm gonna say false, but I don't. Every time I bet against Brady, I end up looking silly.
Yeah, I would think you would think you learn after
No, dude, I gotta keep all the way to the end. I gotta keep the vendetta. I can't agree with you.
So being down 25 in the Super Bowl, come back and win that still doesn't do it for
No,
me.
dude, it's the last five alive. I can't go with Tom Brady now after all this hate. It's been 3 years of hate. I can't all of a sudden be like, oh, he's cool. I love him now. No.
I don't get it.
And then New York Giants win the East, NFC.
True.
True? Yeah, I think so too. I think New York Giants. Yeah, I think they improved their offensive line. I think they're going to be a better team, and they got Brandon Marshall's big. Adding Brandon Marshall, that's super big.
That's a big piece. True or false? Dallas wins 10 games.
False.
False?
Yeah. I think they're going to come back to earth a little bit. I think they're like those rookies all kind of overachieved.
Really?
Yeah, and their defense is terrible. They didn't address any of their big needs. Like they don't have any corners.
Well, they got Scandrick.
Yeah, well he's come on, he's old now.
We talked about this. He's only 30.
Yeah, he's not a spring chicken.
He's only 30.
He's not a spring chicken.
He's only 30.
Yeah, you know who else is almost only 30? Me. And you talk about how old I am all the time.
Well, you're not a top-notch athlete.
Hey.
You don't take care of your body like those guys take care of their
fair
body. I'm not saying you don't take care of your body, but I'm just saying like those guys probably don't eat meat throughout the week.
Yeah, well, meat is good.
Like those guys eat avocado ice cream, things like that, which is a thing.
I don't eat avocado anything, so.
Exactly.
I hate avocados. They're disgusting.
True or false? Derek Carr wins the Super Bowl before Aaron Rodgers even goes back to one.
False. Yeah, false.
That's false? So
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is going to go. I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers is going to win. I'm just saying he's going to go back to a Super Bowl before Derek Carr even wins his first one.
Because Tom Brady's got to retire before anybody wins the AFC. Once Tom Brady retire, like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, when those guys retire, Derrick Anderson, Derek Carr will have his chance. So he's got to wait for 4 years.
Yeah. Wow.
Big Ben maybe he's got 1 year left. Tom Brady's got like 4, 5-ish years left of elite competition.
Let's see what else. True or false? Zeke either does what Zeke either has the same amount of rushing yards he had last year, or he tops it.
True, I guess. I don't know. Probably true. They got Alfred Moore's probably going to get traded. Darren McFadden probably got thrown out of the league or whatever. Yeah, I would say true.
You gonna say true to that?
Yeah, more. About NBA stuff. Okay, so the Cavs repeat. True or false?
False.
All right. The Wizards win it all.
Definitely false.
I'm going to go true. Wait, you're going to get it.
Wow.
The Lakers keep their pick. True or false?
True.
I think that's going to be true too, but I think it'll be dicey. The Knicks trade Porzingis. True or false? What about Carmelo Anthony? Is he still a Knick? When the season starts next year, is he still a Knick?
True or false? They trade Melo?
Or he's still a Knick? And anyway, like they don't waive him or.
Yeah, you know my position on it. Like if I'm Melo, I don't move. I ain't going nowhere. Like Phil, you made this past season a living hell for me. Like, well, guess what? I can do that to you too. Like
I think the Knicks are going to waive him eventually. I think they're just going to straight waive him.
If they trade him, like I
Waive
said, no, if I'm saying if they do decide to trade him, like they're going to want to get something back. And the primary position is the primary destination is the Clippers.
But yeah, their roster might look different after this season.
It might.
Because Blake Griffin and Chris Paul are both free agents.
Like wow, they might lose J.J. Redick.
They could lose all three of those guys. They're all free agents.
How? If I'm Chris Paul and somebody offers me $209 million over the 5 years, I ain't going.
I think if you're Chris Paul, you got to win a ring.
True or false? The Clippers keep the true or false? The Clippers let Blake Griffin.
True.
Walk.
I don't know about walk, but
They let him walk.
I think they're gonna let him go. I think they're tired of him.
They don't sign him.
No.
I mean, they're gonna offer him.
I think he goes elsewhere. I think he's overweighed his welcome. Overstayed his welcome.
True or false? Gordon Hayward ends up in Boston.
False. I think this run with Utah has made it enough for him to stay one more, for a while.
True or false? The Bulls trade Jimmy Butler.
True. I don't know, actually. Paul George, one of those two guys is going to get traded.
I was gonna say true or false? The Pacers trade Paul George.
Yeah, one of those two guys. I think either Paul George or Jimmy Butler. One of those two guys definitely get traded. All right, so how about this one? Lonzo Ball, top 5 pick. True or false?
Definitely true.
Definitely true.
Definitely. Lonzo ain't making it out of he's anything past 3. Lonzo's gonna be 1, 2, or 3.
I don't know. That kind of takes us to our our next topic and our final topic. A little bit of fun. So LeVar Ball shoes, $400 a pair.
5.
Oh yeah, $495, right? For a pair, so round it up to $500. $500 a pair. Is this guy is he out of his mind? Just who's gonna pay that much money for shoes?
Well, one Chad Ochocinco, he bought a pair.
Yeah, but those are all people with money.
That's I get what you said. Like Arian Foster's bought a pair.
Arian Foster.
Yeah, he bought a pair. Well, one of the shoes not out till November, which is common with
I
shoes.
I just don't think if you want the way shoes become popular is they price them where kids can buy them and wear them when they play. So
well,
people
Well, ESPN tried to do something they looked at how his debut shoe versus other NBA stars, the price of their debut shoes, and Max Kellerman he came out and said whatever rounded price what they would cost today was significantly off based on the prices of what they were when they originally came out. Jordan's first shoe in '84.
Yeah.
They cost $65 back in '84. ESPN said today those would be $140 something, and then Max Kellerman is no, that is $200 off of what they would be.
It's still not $500. The way you market shoes, the way you're supposed to do it, is supposed to kids wear shoes so you can people see the shoes you're wearing on at the rack and people are oh hey, what kind of pair of shoes is that? That's pretty nice. And then you go out and you buy yourself a pair. Who's gonna buy $500 pairs of shoes if you're just playing basketball?
Well, the reason he's doing that is because it's his company.
I think it's absurd.
It's not Nike, it's not Adidas, it's not Under Armour. It's neither one of those.
How did this guy design these shoes? Who did he get to do it? Did he hire somebody?
He probably did hire somebody. They are eerie. They are eerie similar to the Curry threes. If you look at the Curry threes and you look at Zoe's shoes, they are very similar. But I had people I saw people on Twitter just ripping Lonzo. I'm all yo.
It's not Lonzo's fault.
I'm he has nothing to do with this.
I worry about stuff like this.
I
feel like that kid's gonna get charged like crazy. When he gets him first in the league, he's gonna be expected to be a star, and every time he has a slight slip up, I think it's gonna be overanalyzed.
One of my friends from high school, her name's Rhonda. She came out and said how like she just ripped like I forgot what she said, but I'm all like it's not Lonzo. This is all LeVar. And she's all like, he's a big boy. He knows what he's doing. I'm all like, that's funny you said that because I haven't heard Lonzo's name mentioned in none of this.
I haven't even heard
outside of the shoe being his. Like I haven't heard like nothing about the design. I ain't heard nothing about Lonzo meeting with Nike, Adidas, or Under Armour. I heard LeVar meeting with these companies. And LeVar designing the shoe. And LeVar coming up with the price. And like if you like so this is like LeVar is making like at the beginning, I think I defended him from the father aspect, like him talking about his son's abilities. Like that's what a father is supposed to do, because we've seen this all before. Like we've seen fathers come to their kids' defenses talking about like my son is better than this person, that person. I'm like he was just being a dad.
Yeah.
But now
I want my dad to be like, yo, like my kid's better than this. Like, you know, like that's the way it's supposed to be. Like,
but now like it's come to the point where like all you had to do was sign a deal with one of the three, Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, didn't matter which one. Do that initial 3 to 5 year contract with them, get Lonzo established, and then if you wanted to try the co-brand and do your own thing, do it that way. Like he's trying to come out the gate with a new brand, and it's an interesting theory was brought up to me when I was listening to my podcast that I listened to. But the thing about this is LeVar Ball, he's only the first.
Yeah, he's got 2 others.
No, I'm not. I'm like not even that. Like he's only the first. Like somebody else out there is coming up with their own brand, they own this, they own that.
Well, you know that's interesting because
and somebody gonna try to do the exact same thing that he's doing.
You remember when Steph Curry signed his shoe deal?
Steph?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steph Curry signed his shoe deal. Mm-hmm. Like Nike didn't want to sign him because he thought he was like a liability because they didn't know how healthy he was going to be, and then he signed with Under Armour. Under Armour is making so much money on that decision, like just to have Steph Curry, and like their sales have got to be like through the roof since they signed Steph Curry.
Like, well,
they had like Adidas. Like when Adidas got Derrick Rose.
Oh my God.
Adidas is gone.
Adidas, like you can say Derrick Rose, Steph Curry, like they single-handedly resurged the Under Armour and Adidas brand, because especially Steph Curry, because Under Armour was nothing more. They was just known for football.
Yep.
That's it. And Steph, and D Rose, like he resurged Adidas. Like nobody was rocking Adidas like that. Even casual basketball players, they weren't rocking Adidas like that.
Had Nike. Yeah, now Adidas is like 50-50 almost.
Like legit, like my first pair of Adidas basketball shoes were D Rose's. Like I'm not even joking. Like not his first pair, like his second pair, like the ones with like the white toe. Like that was my first pair of Adidas basketball shoes. Everything else I had was Nikes, up until like when Derrick Rose got that deal with Adidas.
Yeah. So. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, we'll see how it actually works out for all of them.
But the thing with LeVar is like if he gets 1,000 people, to buy the shoes at $500, that's $500,000 right there, which gives him the money to produce the shoes. That's why he's charging so much, because he has to make.
I mean, I understand. I mean, you got to make money you got to spend money to make money.
So
you got to charge this in order to make.
So when the revenue starts coming in, that $495. It's probably cut in half, and maybe cut into thirds. So like when he gets to production and the revenue to make the shoe, coincidentally, not even coincidentally, but of course the prices are going to drop. So that's why he's doing what he's doing at the price at that price.
Yeah. So yeah, this has been the Triangle Live. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. This will be my final of Triangle Live. I'm going to be moving on from NIU after this semester. Teacher's got another year, and then he's going to graduate.
Another semester.
Another semester?
December, that's it.
Oh, man, that's what's up, dude. Good for you, man. Get out of here.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with the Triangle. I mean, if you want to keep it around and do something with it next semester.
Probably do my own little spinoff.
Yeah, that's cool. But this has been the Triangle Live. Thanks for checking us out and staying with us for 3 years if you've been here the whole time. It's fitting that me and you ended together, because me and you basically started it and kept it going through the whole time.
Yeah.
People have come and gone, but it's always been me and you.
It's always been us.
Yeah, hell yeah. Peace out, guys.